This is the grave of Marion Myrtle Armontrout. She was born in 1885 and died 7 months later in 1886 at the age of 7 months. Records describe her death as due to brilliant fever. The family had 4 other children. She was born to Preston Marion Armontrout, who went by the initials PM, and mother Rulana Massey, who went by Laney. Laney was born in Wayne County, West Virginia, which is now Wayne County, West Virginia. In 1860, when PM, the father, was 22, he was living with his family at Makota Factory in Chesterfield, Virginia, south of Richmond. It was a factory where there was tenement housing, and he worked as a laborer there in the factory. The factory milled cotton, hemp, wool, and flax at different points in time. They also produced cotton cloth and paper. The paper that it produced was used by publishers in the area and then in other areas in southern cities. When the couple married, they moved to Ohio, where they had their first child, Joseph. From there, they went on to Minnesota, where they were farmers. They got their land in 1872 from the Homestead Act. And then later in their life, when PM was in his 70s, they joined their eldest son, Joseph, and his family in Spokane, Washington, where PM was a teamster. In that era, that meant driving a team of horses or other draft animals, pulling a wagon. This is a stone that I have worked around for about a year. There's some stones you can see in the background that are ones that I've worked on that are lighter in color. Those are ones that have been treated with the D2 chemical and have done well in cleaning themselves up. But this one just kind of spoke to me, and it was simply because the stone, being as small as it is, it wasn't at risk of tipping over or breaking or anything of that sort. But because it had been dislodged from its base, there was dirt that got underneath it. And in the wind, it would actually rock back and forth. So I kept seeing that as I was working in that area of the cemetery, that it would just rock back and forth. And I just didn't think that it was appropriate to have a stone of a 7-month-old rocking back and forth. So I wanted to rebond it, and so that's what I did. So it's bonded back here to the base and got it all washed up and cleaned.